Thank you. Um, Maybe it's good to situate our our sharing first with the celebration of the church. Last Sunday was the celebration of Christ the King, and it means the end of the liturgical calendar of the church, year C. And uh, last Sunday, or yesterday, or Sunday there now, it's the first Sunday of Advent. And perhaps it's uh, good also to make a little review about the liturgical calendar that is composed of five seasons: the Advent season, the Christmas season, the Ordinary time, which is the longest of all season, and then the Lent, and then the Easter season. Here in the Philippines, it's very hard to understand this different season of the church because we only have dry Toronto where they're really complete with the fourth season. Then it's there that we could really appreciate how beautiful and very inspiring and grounded our celebration of the church, especially when during uh, during Easter season, wherein we can really seize. It's the season of the spring, a new life. And but here during the time it's summer, so you cannot appreciate the idea of a new life in this season. So we are in the first season of the liturgical calendar, which is the season of the Advent season. It is also called the season of waiting, and it is very important message, right? As we begin our celebration of the Advent, that life really is, no, life really is. You need lots of patience in life. There are things that you cannot really, make it faster. Hindi mo pwedeng madaliin. You have to wait. And in today's world, wherein everybody seems to be rushing and everything that is instant, uh, no, i-appreciate, no? Instant sa Pilipinas, and also instant noodles, instant coffee, lahat na, no? Perhaps during your time, di ba, ang tagal pa nung nag-aaral yung mga kapatid ko sa Cebu, then telegram lang. Ang mahal pa ng telegram. At that was the fastest. But now we have our cell phone, and we can just one text and it's there in an instant. And then people will still say, ang tagal mong naka-reply. But hindi ka naka-reply agad. It's just a matter of seconds or minutes perhaps. So it's very difficult for us to wait at this time. So it's good that as we begin another liturgical calendar in the church, we begin with the season of Advent. And the Advent wreath, which is the symbol of the season with four candles, it represents nearly 1,000 years each candle. And the world has been waiting for 40 generations before Jesus came. Meaning, symbolically, the meaning of the symbol of the candle, it's a long wait. It's a long wait. So the Lord, right at the beginning, reminds us to stay awake. What is also very mysterious about this, our celebration in the church, is that how it ends, it is also how it begins. That the same message, the message of the Christ the King is, there will be an end, and the Lord will come and will judge us. And as we listen to the gospel for the Sunday, it's the same message. There will be an end. And be ready and be awake. The same message that we receive, even from the beginning and the end. So the Lord wants us to be ready, and He used the story of Noah to bring his message home to his listener before and for all of us now, that the Lord will come in a most in a most unexpected time, like the time of Noah, and wherein people were so distracted with many things. So perhaps we should also need to look into ourselves and ask ourselves, what are the things that distracts us? What are our distractions at this time? The gospel, and if you go to church in the morning there, or in the second reading, it's a parallel in a way. The reading of the letter of Saint Paul, the Romans, wherein his message also is to keep awake. And Jesus and Saint Paul gave us at least three source of distraction. The third distraction is somehow very difficult to spot, because it's really good, and it's with good intention. Sa Bisaya pa, ang iyang ulo, karnero, pero ang iyang iko posibleng na halas. So what is this distraction? Work. Our work may be a good one, because you really work, especially for your family. It is an honest work. You just wala ka namang linuloko. Just give your time really for work. But if you don't have time for the Lord, that you use even the Sunday, then it's not good. Your work is taking you away from what is really matters in life. And because life is really difficult, people really talagang nagtatrabaho na dahil sa trabaho, they don't even have time na to be with their family. So that's also a distraction. You're working for your family, and if you don't have time anymore for your children, wife, husband, then that is a distraction. Even our work, na yung nasa simbahan, yung mga volunteers, lay volunteers, catechists, Eucharistic ministers, and many choirs, whatever. And it's good, really good that you offer your time, but you have to watch, because if you don't have time for your children anymore because you're so busy with your ministry, you're bringing the word of the Lord, serving the Lord, but then you missed serving your own family, your children.